So Derek, you grew up in Florida.
That's right.
What was that like?
It was awesome. You know, I'm from Tallahassee, Florida, which is probably a lot different than what most people think of when they, imagine Florida. It's a college town, pretty small, maybe 200,000 people or so, and great local, close-knit music scene. Growing up with, had lots of friends that played in bands, and that's how we kind of ended up finding our way into this band, is just through playing in bands together and going to shows, and eventually starting this band. So, yeah.
Out of all the lyrics you've ever written, what is your favorite one line?
It's tough to say. One of my favorites would be off our first album. This is a song called "Miserable at Best," and the lyric is, "I know I'm good for something, I just haven't found it yet." And I think that's one of my favorites, but it's hard to say. It's hard to pick one favorite, but yeah.
Every vocalist has their one all-time favorite singer. For me, it's Axl Rose. Mm-hmm. Who is yours and why?
Freddie Mercury, for sure. Just because, Queen has always been one of, if not my very favorite band. So, and I just feel like he was such an incredible singer, songwriter, musician, entertainer. There's never been a performer or entertainer like him, I feel like, and he just has an incredible voice.
I'd like to shift gears a little bit. Mm-hmm. And do you believe in heaven or hell?
Not really. Not really in the traditional sense of there being a place that's I don't really know what I think happens after you die, but I'm not really very religious, so yeah.
A lot of people argue these days Jesus was a man, he's a prophet, he's the Son of God. What is your perception of Jesus?
I don't know. That's tough. That's where I, like I said, with most religious stuff, I feel like it's things that happened thousands of years ago, and there are things that happened just a few decades ago, but there's a lot of speculation about, and nobody knows what really happened. Just from things that happened even in our parents' or our grandparents' lifetime or in our lifetime. So when you're talking about something that happened thousands of years ago and you're reading it from a book that's been translated and retranslated and changed and over thousands of years, to me it's kind of like, at this point, it's pretty tough to say this is the right way and this is the wrong way. So I just live my life based on just being a good person and having your own sense of morals and what is right and wrong, and just to be a good person and live life. Yeah.
What is your most prized possession? Something you couldn't live without?
I don't have a lot of stuff really. I know probably my computer, as sad as that is, my laptop is like the most important thing that I have, just because I have everything on it, all of my pictures, all of my music, record. Lots of demos and ideas, all my, music and songs, lyrics, all that. It's all on my computer, so, yeah.
As a singer, your instrument is your voice. It's way different from playing guitar or drums. What are some things you do to keep your voice, you could say, in shape?
The biggest things, I just try and drink lots of water throughout the day, every day. Try and make sure I get, good enough sleep, at least 6 hours or so. And, obviously, consider what you're eating, trying to eat tons of, junk food, and just try to, honestly, I'm probably pretty bad. I probably don't do a very good job taking care of my voice. I don't warm up or warm down. I just kind of go play, and but I feel like everybody's voice is different and it's unique, and you just have to figure out your voice and what works for you. And I feel like it took me a while, but now I'm at a pretty comfortable place with it, where I feel like I kind of know what's going on. So yeah.
Florida is a transient state, much like California. Have you had any experiences with the homeless there?
Yeah, I mean, just as, actually there's the place that we used to have our band practice, 6 or 7 years ago. There was this little warehouse kind of area where a lot of the local bands in Tallahassee, we rented it out and we would practice there, and it was right behind the homeless shelter. So we'd have homeless people all the time trying to come up and hang out or whatever while we were in there practicing, and there's never been any experience that's been that bad or anything. Most of the time it's just people just looking for some company or whatever, or some money. But yeah, I'm sure I've had just as much experience as anybody else, you know, but nothing too crazy.
Well, cool. I don't have anything else.
Well, thanks for having me, man.
Derek. Yeah, thank you.